All right, we are live. Hey, everybody, Steve Moran with my partner Douglas Yates. How we doing over there?
Doing great, man. We've
How's
been
life up in Balboa Island area?
yeah, it's been beautiful up here. This is the best time of year, and had a little rain, which is good. And it's weird. There's one bridge going on the island, and when you drive over that bridge, it seems like your stress kind of stays on the main part of the Newport Beach, and there's no stress on this island, so it's kind of nice.
There you go. There you go. Hey guys, we this project that we've been doing has really kind of morphed over the last couple of months. And so what I've done is, I put together a video here where it's a real high level overview to show you exactly what we're doing here, how we're transforming communities into economies. Okay. And we're looking for some people out there that want to be involved and help us do this. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So what I'd like to do is put this video on, and then we'll be available afterwards to discuss a little bit more and to maybe answer any questions that people might have. So let's get started with that. Hold on. Hi, everyone. My name is Steve Moran. What I'd like to do in this video is I'd like to give you a high-level overview of our mission, which is transforming communities to economies. We do this by elegantly integrating blockchain technologies to bring order out of chaos. The smartest people in the world change everything with the personal computer. The smartest people in the world change everything again with the internet. The smartest people in the world once again have changed everything with the blockchain. Each time an event like this happens, something comes around that completely redefines an industry and brings with it a new experience the masses just fall in love with. Our token of appreciation, Ken's Coin, with the symbol wheels, is going to change the way charities, nonprofits, and foundations raise money, the way Airbnb changed the way people travel, and the way Uber changed the way people get around town. Earlier this year, I ran into an old buddy I hadn't seen in years by the name of Douglas Yates. Douglas had always been one of the brightest guys around when it came to tech stuff. He started working for Tandem Computers in Silicon Valley when he was 15 years old, and after becoming the youngest corporate quality engineer and helping them reach $1 billion in revenue, Douglas left to start his own AI software firm. And for the last 30 years, he's run his very own, very successful IT consultancy firm, which has completed over $300 billion in successful IT projects. As we caught up, I discovered that Doug had also been consulting on some blockchain projects, and he had the same kind of passion for Bitcoin, the blockchain, and digital currencies that I had. I told him, you know what, we should start doing a Facebook show. Let's do a live show Monday through Friday and build an audience, create some good content, and educate people about Bitcoin, blockchain, and digital currencies and see where that leads us. And that's what we did. We started doing a Facebook Live show Monday through Friday, about 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We talk about top stories in the news, blockchain, digital currencies, Bitcoin, things like that, which led us to a conversation about Dogecoin, which, it started as a joke. It does absolutely nothing, but it has a worth of over $30 billion. And it made me think, what would happen if someone actually created a token that created value in the marketplace? And that really got me thinking. I was inspired to create Ken's Coin with the symbol wheels as a way to memorialize my younger brother Ken, who was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy at the age of 10. The doctor said he wouldn't live to be 18 years old, but Ken was tough. He wanted to live long enough to see a cure for this horrible disease. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, although he did beat the odds and he lived to be 46 years old. But he spent half of his life, 23 years, on a ventilator and lived a very, very challenging life. You can find about a 30-minute, very detailed video about my story, my origin story, and how I got to where I am today in this project at www.kenscoin.io. In this video, I'd like to show you how we've elegantly integrated blockchain technologies to bring order to chaos by creating a turnkey platform for charities, nonprofits, and foundations to raise all the money they want by rewarding their benefactors with what we call tokens of appreciation in exchange for making donations, and by turning all past, present, and future projects or good deeds into one-of-a-kind NFTs and creating generational revenue streams utilizing smart contracts. Originally, this was going to be a case study for our audience, and we started by creating a tokenized cryptocurrency, Ken's coin, its symbol wheels, and it was created on the Binance Smart Chain. We created 8.8 billion tokens that have not yet been released to the general public. Once we've completed our private sale and have finished raising the initial capital to complete the project, from that point on, 80% of the proceeds from the initial coin sales will be used to help families with special needs children. We will document each of these projects and create a series of NFTs around each project. Moving forward, we'll sponsor a series of high-end celebrity charity golf events with auctions of celebrity and sports memorabilia and NFTs as a way of showcasing what we're doing in the community and creating an economy for Ken's coin. Symbol wheels is the only way to participate in the events or auctions would be use Ken's coin, wheels, as payment. Then things began to morph. As we started taking a deep dive into some of the meme coins that were making the news, like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and SafeMoon, we began to see a common theme. Video after video, the supposed experts kept saying that as soon as this coin hits Coinbase or Binance or Robinhood, it's going to really take off. And I thought to myself, just because more people have access to it doesn't mean it has any utility. But it did make us realize that one of the biggest challenges in the crypto space is it can be very difficult to figure out where a coin is listed, and if you to find it, sometimes it's very hard to purchase it. I told Douglas, we need to be the ones that make crypto easy to purchase. We need to be able to put a donate now button on a website, have someone make a donation in crypto, and receive their tokens of appreciation. Douglas said we could do it, but we'd need to have our own decentralized exchange. I told Douglas, if we can do that, I think we just solved one of the biggest challenges in the crypto space. Being able to put a donate now or buy now button on a client's website not only eliminates the need to be on multiple exchanges, that means exclusivity. This, my friends, is exponential. Let me explain. In early September 2021, when Robinhood reported its earnings, their stock price dropped after it was reported that 40% of their revenue came from Dogecoin. Now that got my head spinning because Doge is listed on a bunch of exchanges. What if Doge had done things the way we're doing it and had their own exchange? They wouldn't need to be on Robinhood or Coinbase or Binance. They could just put a buy now button on their website and they get to keep that 1% trading fee instead of the other exchanges getting it. So that got me wondering, how much is 1% equal? How much trading is really going on? Take a look at this 24-hour trading volume of Dogecoin on October 6, 2021. They did $3,477 million in change. 1% of that is just under $35 million in a day. Are you kidding me? Let's take a look at the supposed Dogecoin killer, Shiba Inu, which has been on a run lately. Their 24-hour trading volume on October 6, 2021 was $19,377 million in change in one day. 1% of that is a little more than $193 million in one day. Why are they doing so much volume? Why is Shiba skyrocketing? The Shiba coin moved up 35% the day it was announced they were going to be added to Coinbase in September. But if you dig a little deeper, it looks like some of the excitement is that they're creating their own decentralized exchange. Better late than never, I guess, right? I mean, if they had their own exchange at the beginning, like we will, they wouldn't need Coinbase, and they would have got to keep the $193 million in daily fees from October 6th, along with every other day, right? But the way it is right now, if and when they ever get their own decentralized exchange, they won't even have exclusivity of their own coin. Thinking about exclusivity got me thinking. Why is it that Facebook, Google, and Amazon, all of which have huge communities, why is it they haven't created their own tokens? I remember Facebook started talking about creating a token, they were going to call it Libra, a few years ago. But the SEC keeps shutting them down. The only reason I can think of for big brands like Google, Facebook, and Amazon that have huge communities but don't have their own token is that they're publicly traded. They're publicly traded companies, and they're governed to a certain extent by the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the SEC won't allow them to be a slave to two masters, which got me to thinking about nonprofits and charities and foundations that already have large communities of benefactors that believe in and support their causes. Let's talk about the Make-A-Wish Foundation as an example. Make-A-Wish is a 501 nonprofit organization founded in the United States that helps fulfill the wishes of children with critical illnesses between the ages of 2.5 and 18 years old. With the help of a generous community of donors, Make-A-Wish has collectively granted more than 500,000 wishes worldwide. Now, let's think outside the box and think about how we can turn the Make-A-Wish community into a thriving economy. What do you think would happen if we created a tokenized cryptocurrency for the Make-A-Wish Foundation? We're calling this a token of appreciation. So now, in this example, when you go to Make-A-Wish website, click on the Donate Now button and make a $1,000 donation, instead of just getting a thank you and a tax deduction, you're also getting $1,000 worth of Make-A-Wish tokens of appreciation, which have a current value of $1,000 and could ultimately be worth much, much more than that. Let me show you how I think this could work for Make-A-Wish Foundation. Let's say, for example, that we were to create 1 trillion Make-A-Wish Foundation tokens of appreciation. The Make-A-Wish Board of Directors could then grant themselves and any of their favorite benefactors a small percentage of the founders' tokens. We would receive typically 3 to 5% of the initial tokens created in lieu of cash for providing this service and plugging them into our turnkey ecosystem. As a way of enticing Wheels holders to hold on to their tokens and acquire even more, we will drop 25% of the initial Make-A-Wish Founders tokens that we receive directly into the wallets of Wheels holders based proportionally on the amount of tokens they hold. Next, in order to make sure the benefactors that have supported Make-A-Wish community have the opportunity to participate in this opportunity from the very beginning, we do a private sale only for existing benefactors before launching it into orbit on our token of appreciation exchange and making it available to everyone else in the world that wants to donate and receive tokens of appreciation in exchange. Think about how many hundreds of millions or billions of dollars that could be raised almost instantly by offering the balance of the 1 trillion tokens of appreciation to the free market. Using smart contracts, we're going to take 25% of the daily net profits from our token of appreciation exchange, and we're going to distribute those profits to Wheels holders, which we believe will encourage people to hold on to and even acquire more Wheels tokens so they don't miss out on the daily deposits into their wallets. How much could those daily deposits be? Here's an example. Dogecoin is currently averaging about $2.5 billion in daily trading volume. At 1%, that would equal about $25 million a day in fees, of which 25% of the net profit would be paid to Ken's Coin Wheels holders every single day. But wait, there's more. The decentralized exchange we're developing will be dual purpose for crypto and for NFTs. Unless you've been hiding under a rock, you've probably heard of NFTs or non-fungible tokens recently, right? Sales volume for NFTs surged to $10.7 billion in the third quarter of 2021, up 8-fold from the previous quarter. Let me ask you a question. How many of those 500,000 wishes that have been documented and granted by Make-A-Wish do you think could be turned into one-of-a-kind NFTs that could be sold over and over again, creating a continuous windfall of probably hundreds of millions or billions of dollars for Make-A-Wish for generations and generations to come, all on autopilot using smart contracts? Our NFT exchange will follow in the Christie's and Sotheby's model, so every time an NFT is sold, forever and ever, a fee of 15 to 25% will be paid via smart contract. A portion of that fee will be paid to Make-A-Wish, in this example, as a royalty, and 25% of the balance after royalty will go directly to Wheels holders, and once again will be paid in proportion to the amount of Wheels they hold. So the ecosystem we've created benefits Wheels token holders in 3 ways. Number 1, Wheels holders will receive 25% of the initial tokens received from our partner nonprofit, charity, or foundation. Number 2, Wheels token holders will receive 25% of the net profits generated from the sales of all NFTs for perpetuity sold on our NFT exchange. Number 3, Wheels token holders will receive 25% of the net profits paid daily via smart contracts from all of the sales of our token on our token of appreciation crypto/NFT exchange. All of these disbursements will be deposited automatically into existing Wheels wallets based on the exact percentage of outstanding Wheels tokens that are owned, which will encourage people to hold on to and acquire even more Wheels tokens. Our purpose in life moving forward is to transform nonprofits, charities, and foundations from communities into thriving economies by empowering them with an ecosystem to create their own tokens of appreciation, to share with their benefactors, and by turning past, present, and future projects into one-of-a-kind NFTs and using smart contracts to assure lifetime of ongoing royalties for said nonprofits, charities, and foundations. We're developing what we believe to be the first blockchain and NFT/crypto exchange specifically designed for philanthropy. We are looking for investors, partners, and advisors that share our vision and have their own or are connected to nonprofits, charities, or foundations and would like to transform their communities into thriving economies. I will attach a link to our white paper and projections to the bottom of this post. If you'd like to discuss this opportunity, please message me or give me a call at 858-683-9608. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We're honored to be part of such an amazing community, and I look forward to meeting all of you. Thanks again. All right. Yep, I can't hear you.
I was saying good job. I think it was pretty good.
Okay,
Like the fifth time I watched it, I still get fired up.
Right, hey, we got an amazing thing going here, and like we said in the video, we're looking for investors, we're looking for partners, to help us take this to the next level. If you're connected to any communities out there, it's going to be a real interesting process. Everybody's going to have a lot of fun with this, and we've got 19% of the coins of Ken's coins set aside for people that are out there that help bring us, bring this all to fruition, help us bring this project to fruition the way that we want it to be. This is something that we want to really build an amazing community, right, Douglas?
Yeah, and we have a pretty powerful white paper / executive summary that kind of goes into a little more detail of everything here. It's all in writing. You can look at it. You can dwell on it. It's we've been through. We asked all the questions, and we had other people come in and then critique and ask the questions that we think we pretty much answered almost every question around this project of how this, what, when, how, all that kind of stuff. And our focus is a couple things, is to just kind of revolutionize the charity world. And Stephen has pointed it out before. Most of the time, to really raise a good chunk of funds, the larger charities and private foundations will outsource their fundraising, and they pay sometimes 60 cents on the dollar for that. So there's 40 cents left that come to them, and then they got to pay overhead out of that. And we're 20, 18, 15% is actually going to the actual charitable purpose that they're trying to accomplish. And this revolutionizes it. This is kind of skips over all that, let it all come in to the charity itself.
And so they get to keep it, and they get to go out and try and accomplish their goals, right? That they set out to be. I think a lot of charities and foundations and organizations out there have kind of stalled, because it does cost a lot of money to raise money nowadays, and a lot of times they get a little top heavy, and they've got all the overhead that they've got with employees and salaries and all these other kinds of things. And this, I think, can really help fill their coffers, right, Doug? And allow them to go out and fulfill what their mission.
Yeah, and I think we pretty much removed one of the biggest mountains they have to climb, and that is the onboarding, the actual getting people to give them, the donation and getting the tokens and all that kind of stuff. We made that super, super easy, the easy button, basically, through some unique and very elegant integration of current technologies. We kind of, like you said in the video, we kind of bring order to chaos in that whole process. It's as simple as somebody going, if you're a charity or a private foundation, somebody goes to your website, there's a donate button, they hit it, and it handles it from that point forward. You don't have to do a thing, and the person doesn't have to really do a thing. They just got to answer the questions and then send in their donation, and they're good to go.
And you know what? Yeah, people are already making donations to these charities. And, the thing is, I think one of the things that's kind of caused us to get where we are today is because of the, growing up with my little brother the way it was. And, seeing, my parents go through a bunch of different emotional and financial challenges that they had to go through. And I've always thought that, it would be so amazing if there was a way to, there so much more would be accomplished in the charitable giving world if the people that were actually making donations were somehow rewarded for making those donations other than just a tax deduction, right?
Yeah.
Because if they were potentially rewarded more for doing that, then, theoretically they might want to give more money and continue to help the cause, right?
Yeah.
And so this is kind of like something that I always thought that, I always wanted to have come to fruition. And now it looks like we've been able to figure out how to actually make that happen because, when one of these charities organizations get together, they're going to be their original donors are going to be the ones that have the first opportunity to get involved in the project before this thing gets out public to everybody else.
Yeah.
So everybody literally is going to get rewarded for, helping them, get where they're going. And I think that's, it's just really unique how we've even come to where we're at. And I think this whole mission of mine kind of started about 50 years ago, with my younger brother, and it's kind of what got me onto this whole path. And, it's real exciting that we're finally, where we're at with the path because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, we got it all laid out. And, our whole focus after then making the whole easy is to make the wheels token the most valuable token out there. So everything else after that process feeds that token. And what I mean by that is there's profit going into there. We're sharing everything with the token holders to drive that value up. And so to reward them for donating and helping a charity. And so it's very exciting on that. And like Steve says, we're really looking for partners. And if you have a community, which means either an online community or a physical community, or you're part of a charity or a private foundation, contact us. We're ready to start rock and roll on this. We got the ground, all the foundations laid. The technical stuff will be completed in the next few weeks. And then, it's from that point forward, it's you helping us spread the word about wheels and this opportunity to get in on the ground floor and to also do good out there. It's better to give than to receive, but because of that, we're facilitating the other side of that golden rule is usually when you give, you receive a lot more than you give anyway. And we're just kind of implementing that in the blockchain.
Yeah, we've got 19% of 8.8 billion coins set aside that we're going to be, awarding for people that are marketing and admin and helping us, get where we're trying to go. So if you see the vision, get a hold of us and let's kind of see how we can figure out how to do some things going forward together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Steve gave his phone number and that it was in that one, right? I think it was in there.
Yeah, it was. And you can, other than that, you can send an email to steve@kenscoin.io.
Yeah.
And we will kind of go from there. So I think that's probably all we got for today. We will be back tomorrow. We'll have some more stuff here for you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
And we'll start being here a lot more often now.
Buy some Bitcoin. Right. October 17th, there's going to be a nice vertical takeoff in the thing. That's my prediction, my personal prediction. So hang on. If you don't have Bitcoin yet, go get some.
Go get some now. All right. See you guys tomorrow.